My loves, happy Sunday. I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. I know I am a little extra, glam today because I was just doing a lot of batch content for the coming week and I did a lot of filming and I really thought I shouldn't shouldn't let Fenty go to waste. That's the foundation I'm wearing and it looks bomb. It looks bomb. And I was just like, okay, I'm just going to sit down and do my YouTube filming as well so that I'm not being indisciplined with my content again, and I really want to put out a video every Sunday. Now today's video is going to be a little more personal, and most of my videos are very personal because all of the things that I talk about comes from my own experiences, and that's what this channel is for, at least at the moment. So I've been having a little turbulent days at my workplace, okay? So I think it's just how life is. That's how you learn and grow, and I'm really coming to accept the challenges that comes through being a businesswoman and just sort of settling a business of your own. And let's not even talk about anything apart from work, like be it the finances or the taxes and all of those things. Your girl is still learning that, but coming just to the work, I've been having a little cumulative time, and I have been also just seeing it not as a challenge but also as an experience which can teach me a lot of things. And it makes me come to two things, right? That is, I can either be in victim mode and just say, oh, I have no experience and I don't have a lot of education, qualification, I don't come from a family, or I don't belong to a background of people, or just a family who has had a history of doing businesses, and that's the reason I'm having some problems. I think even if you belong to a place like that, when you start something of your own, it definitely comes with its own sets of challenges, and that is exactly how life teaches you, right? So I always ask myself, I self-introspect, and I just see where I'm wrong and what can I do to make it better. A lot of times we are not wrong, and quite a few times we are wrong as a company. And whenever we are wrong, just I cannot undo what is wrong, but I can always sit down and make it better and make it right? So that is usually sort of the practices that I tend to follow, and you can apply this with anything in your life, right? I am just talking from my work experience. You can sort of put this to work at a lot of different aspects of your life. So either we are in victim mode or we are in that empowering mode, right? What is this trying to teach me, rather than saying, oh, the world is out to get me and the world is full of evil and I only see bad things and only bad people come to me, and just everyone sort of is always asking for me to give them to something and they are never letting me take something that I own, and all of these thoughts, right? So we are either in the victim mode or we are either in the empowering mode. The more you are going to be in the victim mode, the more your mindset is going to be like that. The more thoughts are going to be like, okay, I am the worst person, or I only meet the worst people, or they only bring out the worst in me, and I hate this, I hate them, I hate her, I hate him, right? You're going to be in that mode. And when that cascade of events sort of follow one after the other, you're just going to find yourself in a place where not just work or relationship, but a lot of things in your life will feel like they are falling apart. And that would usually be because you are really just in that negative mindset. And with that mindset, you keep on attracting things that are just, vibrating on the frequency of lack and are not vibrating on the frequency of abundance, right? So this is the reason when someone starts to lose something, they just go through events of a terrain where they keep on losing a lot of things, right? There's one wrong thing and it's followed by another, and it's followed by another, and it's followed by some other thing, and then you're like, okay, how did it get so worse? How did I get here? And so many times it is related to our subconscious mind being rewired in a place that it only starts to expect negative things, and only negative things come up, right? And life only gives you with negative experiences. Life shows you that, and life gives you what you ask for. But if you just take out yourself from the victim mode and put yourself in the empowering mode, and you tell yourself that, okay, this went wrong, something happened, and this was my fault, this was your mistake, this was my mistake, but at the end of the day, I'm willing to take that responsibility, I'm willing to take the blame, and I'm also willing to rectify it and make it better, that puts you in a place where you're not letting yourself go through a rabbit hole, and you are actually doing something to arrest it there and then think about making it better. It's the same thing with any wound in this world, right? It could be physical, it could be mental, emotional, spiritual. Sometimes our beliefs are challenged, and rather than constantly putting ourselves in the victim mode, it's very important that every single moment that thought comes up, we push ourselves and we forcefully try to be in a place that's neutral or positive, right? But being in that empowering mode also makes sure that your subconscious mind is thinking about certain things and listening to certain things, hearing to certain mindset, and it's going to rewire itself in a way that even in the thickest of the situation, you're still going to, just find yourself as a person who looks for good even in bad things, who looks for a silver lining in a dark sky, right? That is usually what the empowering mode does to you. And when you are constantly looking for good, you might not have good all around you when you look at it, but if you just keep up at it, and if you just hold on together, and if you just hold on tight, these beautiful events follow, and suddenly one day you look at it and everything falls into place. So victim mode, how the hell did I get here? And when you go to the empowering mode, I don't know how that worked out, but I'm so glad that it worked out, right? So it's so important that we bring that awareness that, okay, every time something bad happens to me, every time something, something or someone says something to me, how do I react? Do I just blame the company? Do I just blame the person? Do I blame my parents? Do I blame my, partners, my husband or my wife? Or do I actually sit back and empower myself with the mistakes that I might have made, or with the mistakes they think I have made? And if it's really a mistake, can I do something to make it better, right? And it is this kind of attitude that can take you too far, minus the anxiety, minus the depression, minus the negative thoughts, and then it also takes care of your physical health. So again, this is the reason why I focus so much on mental health, because it is this same mental health that takes us towards a good physical health, right? So it's very, very important that every time life throws a curveball at you, your first reaction shouldn't be, oh, I am, this is just my life, I only attract negativity, only bad things happen to me, I only see bad people. That should not be your first response. You have to rewire your brain, you have to rewire your system, and you have to bring it to the empowering mode where you're like, okay, this one thing happened, and let me see what can I learn from it. Let me see how can I deal with this. Let me see, how much damage control can I do, and let me see how can I make sure that this doesn't happen in future. So that puts you in an empowering mode where you're not having like a linear, happy, great, joyful life. You did have a fall, but you also immediately came back because you have that mindset, and it drives a lot of things. You are truly what you believe in. So if you believe you are a victim, you're always going to be a victim. But if you really believe that the power is in you, you are the one who is powerful, and you are not powerless, there are so many things you can do. There are so many decisions you can change. There are so many choices you can make that can make you much, 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 much more powerful. So this is what you're going for, okay? So every time something wrong happens, you always, always, always have the power. Am I really going to make me, let this make me feel powerless? Or am I really going to make, just this thing make me powerful? Am I going to choose my power, or am I just going to be a victim? Am I going to do something about it, or am I just going to, sulk and cry and crib and blame, okay? Every single moment, every single time you face, or if you look at a circumstance that isn't in your favor, you have a decision to make. You have something to choose from, and that something might not be a physical option, but it could be something like a mindset, and the mindset that you have dictates a lot of things in your life. So make sure that you are always bringing in this awareness, and I really hope this helps you. Have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you the next time.